let me be nice here, diplomatic.
You don't have to be nice. You can say, just be honest.
Yeah, well, I'm always honest. That's not an issue. But I was also raised with manners. Um, I personally do not believe Chris. I think he's been used a lot by a lot of people. So I don't even put it entirely on him. But I think he's kind of leaned into it as well. I think he does deceive people. I'm just not a fan of deception. Um,
What
this
makes
is
you
a hard enough
say that
topic.
in particular? And I'm not. I don't have
Sure.
any
Yeah.
loyalty to the Bledsoe case or
Even,
anything.
even if he did, it's all good.
I'm just curious why you
Uh,
say that.
well, I've seen him share videos of literally out of focus lights and stars. I've been to a Chris Bledsoe skywatch in person, so I went in person, and he completely deceived the audience there. And I was one of the people he tried to deceive, and he pointed out a plane in the sky. I mean, it's quite literally a plane. And he was like, that's the triangle craft I said would come." And we're all like, "That's a plane, dude." And then we figured out it was a plane, the exact plane actually of what it was. And while we were there, he kept telling people, "Don't say it's a plane. Don't say that. Stop saying that. Stop saying it's a plane. You're ruining the vibe." That kind of. It's like, dude, what,
Ruining the vibe.
what are we doing here, right? And they had this big
Yeah.
laser. This was a telling sign. You always got to look for the details. They had this big laser that they would shine in the sky at different lights, right? That they saw, because the sky's huge and everyone's looking up, and if you want everyone to look in the same place, you get a laser pointer. And we used
Sure.
them on shooting psionics too out in the deserts. We had laser pointers. So anyway, they were shining lasers. Well, when this thing flew by, he's like, "I have a video. Don't shine a laser at that." I mean, he immediately had to tell the laser guy, don't shine a laser at that. Why? Because shining a laser at a plane is a federal offense. Right? He knew it was a plane. He called the time because you can check flights coming in. So he knew the time that the plane would fly by. We're right by the airport. Like, I don't know. I just saw him deceive people in person. I've seen him share things that I don't believe that to me are completely stars or lights out of focus. And again, he's also someone who's made predictions and knows the truth and has a special relationship. And his son Ryan has come out and said some things that really quite angered me, to be honest with you, of like all the people who've had abduction stories or seeing aliens, or that they're all wrong. We're right.
Yeah,
What
I've
we're
seen some of
seeing
that
is
lately.
right. We know the truth, and like all you guys are idiots. And he's like, hey, I'm just gonna say the truth. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just say the truth too. Then you're full of shit, man, because that's bullshit. How are you gonna tell all these people that their experiences and stories are bunk, and only you're seeing the real beings or know the truth about all of this? I just not a fan of that. It has very religious culty vibes to me. But with that said, I by no means judge anyone that believes him or follows him, or that's just my opinion and how I spend my time.
I don't disagree with your vibe on that. There is a culty feel to it. It feels a little culty. I don't like when anybody is like, I'm the only one who has the inside scoop.
That's what I'm
Everybody
saying.
else is.
That's what he does. I don't. You're making predictions. The predictions are going to cut. He moved the prediction
Oh, I saw
to
Ryan
September.
Bledsoe on
You
Bledsoe
know,
Says So said on an episode I saw recently. He's like, no one was talking about UFOs and paranormal until we came along, like as if they were one thing, and that's just not true.
of
I
course,
mean,
it's not true.
he's not old enough to remember, maybe, but they were. And he was like, "We're the first ones who ever said that, and that we're the only people now. It's everybody's talking about, oh, it's paranormal and it's UFOs because that's because we came into the picture and we shared our insight. This is our experience. We've been living it, and it felt like I don't know. It felt like he was saying we're the only people who've had an experience, and therefore, or if we're the only people, if other people have had experiences, only ours is valid, and so therefore." You have to listen to what we have to say. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know. It felt a little culty. And
yeah.
I feel like that's where we're at with this space. It's like people are starting to get into their corners and really, I don't like that. I like when everybody stays open-minded and is willing to entertain anything.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree.
That's why I'm excited about this. The the alternative take on the Varginha case, because it's just it might contradict some of the stuff that we've seen. It might do, but it's still important to watch it, even if it makes us uncomfortable, because we might be really invested right now in the idea that it was aliens and they came down from space or whatever. But I'd like to hear the evidence from somebody who claims to say they've got some, regardless of how that affects my belief in things. So to relate that to Bledsoe, like, I have not seen proof by any means, other than the fact that he appears to be reasonably genuine, but I'm just seeing it over the internet. Like we were saying earlier, you need to meet these people in person, and it takes on a completely different life. But with the Bledsoe specifically, like, I'm sort of saying we'll know by autumn, so it's all good.
It'll get moved
Don't
again.
quit your
Don't
job.
worry.
Like,
It'll get pushed into next year.
yeah,
I'm telling you.
yeah.
I knew that the Easter prediction would get moved. I called this months, like last year. I knew this would happen. And while I was filming psionics, I don't want to say who, because I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but somebody I filmed with told me that this would happen. They knew Chris, and they told me while I was filming, hey, just so you know, that Easter prediction, it's actually getting moved to September. And I was like, no way, man. And sure enough, that's what happened. And that was in the middle of the summer. And I sat on that. I didn't say anything. I didn't put it out. It's not in the documentary. The people I film with are in the documentary, but I didn't want to cause any problems for them, essentially, to be honest with you. Like, that, you know what I mean? But I knew that was that was going to happen.
I struggle with it sometimes, and I wonder about you guys as creators in this space. Like, Xander, maybe it's not such an issue for you because of the way that your channel, you deal with the subject in a different way. But, when I have strong opinions about some of this stuff, but I also am just a fly on the wall too. Like, I just want to observe and kind of watch it all. And I don't know how far I want to go calling people out on stuff until I'm kind of already in it. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, I can't reel this back in now. Do you feel, conflicted about it? Like, when you're trying to report on something or cover it, and it's just, you have such a platform, right? And if you say something like about the Bledsoes, for instance, like, you do set off a firestorm, it causes all kinds of stuff. It can in this space. Does that ever bother you or cross your mind when you are thinking about how to talk about this stuff?
Me? Are you asking me, Clint?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't bother me at all, because I learned a long time ago to just be myself. Just be genuine, authentic. I don't have an agenda doing vetted. I don't get into those games. I have enough hard work to do. Like, I have enough work to do. So I just be me. I just respond as me. And if people don't like it, at least that's my true thought. No one ever has to wonder how I think about something or what I'm thinking or if I'm telling them the truth. And I always say it's just my opinion. It doesn't mean anything. Like, it's just, you have yours, I have mine. What I try to never do is I don't judge people for what they believe. So you'll never hear me on my channel say, if you believe this, you're an idiot, or if you believe this, you're smart. Or I talk about what I believe. And when people come out and make claims, I look at those claims and then I find context and I point out red flags that seem like red flags to me. But at the end of the day, I absolutely push for just people thinking for themselves. And it's not that I necessarily call people out, although some people say that in my comment section. I think what people appreciate about Vetted and what I do, and not everyone, because I definitely have a lot of hate out there, and that's fine. It's fine. Is that I just call it like I see it, and it's that simple. And there's enough channels and people that just indulge all of it, which is fine. I also indulge it, but my channel is called Vetted. I mean, it's just something. It's just an ass. It's like I have a burger shop and a taco shop. Like, I serve burgers and you serve tacos. Like, it's just what I do.
What brings you, like, what gives you the motivation to stay on this? Like, why did you choose UFOs when you launched Vetted? What was that? behind that
The
decision.
moment of contact, moment of contact, and seeing that film.
But your
But
personal
also,
motivation, like inside, like just what
I mean,
drives you on the
my whole
daily?
life. Oh, my whole life I've been interested in this topic and what's out there in the universe, and that's why I love science fiction films. I love films about the future, like where humanity's going, and oftentimes that involves aliens and things like that. I've always been interested in that. But just on a daily basis, what keeps me going is I'm still interested by the stuff. I don't think people see that enough about me because I make videos pointing out certain things, but I'm very interested in this. It's why I care. Like I care. I point these things out because I care. I do want to get to the truth. I genuinely want to know if aliens or a non-human intelligence is on Earth. Like I genuinely want to know, not just some passing. Oh, maybe that'd be cool. Okay, no, I really want to know, and in order to get through that, I want to get through the BS
Yeah.
to find the truth. I'm not about to waste my time on people that here's my thing. This is my motto on Vetted. I want to believe, not be deceived. So I want to hang out and investigate people who I just believe are genuine. I don't care what experience you've had, just as long as you're telling me your real experience, how you really feel. And I met people while I was filming psionics who I knew were deceiving me. I hate that. Don't
Yeah.
deceive me. There's enough real weird phenomena that I experience while I'm filming. So what? We don't need to make shit up. We don't need to try to deceive people, or you know what I mean. Like there's plenty of that. Like let's just be real. If you saw something, you experienced something, I absolutely am want to hear that, and I'm engaged by it. And at the end of the day, we don't understand consciousness. We don't understand the mind. We don't know what's out there in the universe. We don't even know what we don't know. So I'm open to all this, but I can't just turn away from what I believe to be bullshit sometimes, or people trying to be deceptive. I'm just not a fan of that personally. And I
See,
get that it's subjective.